on Crete Channel 21. This is DCTV News.
Today's Iowa caucus kicks off the 2016 presidential nomination contest. The forerunners appearing tonight are Republican Donald Trump and Ted Cruz, while Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton go at it on the Democratic side. If you didn't get a chance to watch the live caucus, you can catch the main points given by each candidate on Doane Line tonight.
Would you want your genetics messed with for the sake of science? The Human Fertilization and Embryology Authority granted a research project led by scientist Kathy Nyakon, who plans to edit genes to analyze the first week of an embryo's growth. Though there are possible ethical implications, scientists say techniques could lead to treatments for inherited conditions.
Have you missed your favorite fast food Mexican restaurant? Well, authorities say the E. coli outbreak linked to Chipotle is controlled and appears to be over. The outbreak affected 60 people since December 1st. I don't know about you, but I think I'll still hold off for a few weeks, months, maybe even years.
Germany's minister is meeting officials in Kabul as his country tries to reduce the number of Afghans heading to Europe. Afghanistan was the second biggest single source of new arrivals in Germany last year, after Syria. The two countries want to create a way to show the Afghani people they should help the country rebuild and be a part of the new Afghanistan.
A man is dead after a shootout during a motorcycle show in Denver. There were two motorcycle groups involved in the brawl. One group made up mostly of law enforcement. No arrests have been made, but each group is blaming the other for instituting the violence. So, Ryan, the big question on everybody's mind, are we going to have classes?
I don't know, but with all this buildup we're having right now, I'm planning on not going to school anyways and just having my own little snow day. I've got the rest of the forecast when we come back right after this break. Well, as you can see, we had a pretty cold day today. We didn't get the snow or participation that was originally anticipated, but we had a fairly cold day anyways. It was fairly overcast today, about 45, 41, 32, and we're in the middle of a winter storm warning that's going to go from tonight into tomorrow night. And then we can take a look at what's going on right now. We've got a slow-moving snowstorm that kind of came and just kind of stopped in the western plains right now. Right now we're just getting a little bit of this rain that's coming over, but probably get a lot of snow tomorrow and maybe a little bit into Wednesday. Coming up next, we got our travel plans. So this is to answer Anthony's question about, it says imperative that Tuesday travel plans to be canceled, so teachers shouldn't travel is what that's saying. The pink, I think we're right about there. I'm pretty sure Crete's right there, and that's our winter storm warning. And this is going to show how much snow we're going to have, so let's just blow that up real quick. It's my next slide. And we're right about here, probably around the 6 to 8 inch mark, maybe a little bit, could be into about 10 to 11 inch range. So that's what we got for the next day or so about how much snow we're getting. Let's take a look. This is about what we were at an hour ago. We just had a little bit of snow up on the western plains. Nothing really hit our area yet. But if we go into tomorrow morning, we'll have a lot more, probably have a few inches by the time you wake up, unless you wake up before 6 a.m., which I certainly don't plan on doing. And then into tomorrow evening, 6 p.m., we'll have a lot more. We'll probably be right on the cusp of this dark blue / purple, so probably 10 to 11 inches is what my expert prediction says. What's next? Forecast. So tomorrow, definitely snow. I guarantee it, 100%. It's going to be cold, snow. And then tomorrow we're going to have, it's going to be still, the temperature's going to keep dropping, be kind of windy in the morning, and then we're going to clear up in the afternoon, be kind of sunnier. And then Thursday into Friday, we're going to have some more, it's going to warm up throughout the week, and just sunnier, few clouds and partly cloudy, and into the weekend, it's going to keep, that's a really big cloud. We're going to keep going in, and then it's going to warm up probably in the low 40s.
That's awesome, Ryan. I can't wait not to have classes tomorrow.
You know?
What are you going to be doing during that time?
Probably nothing.
As unproductive as always.
Yep.
Nebraska Vietnam veterans will get a free flight to Washington, D.C. to see the new memorials and monuments. The Jude trip will be similar to the honor flights that carried World War II and then Korean War veterans to the nation's capital. Demand for one of the jetliner's 135 seats will be so high that the flight will initially be restricted to combat veterans. Veterans may apply on the Patriotic Productions website.
Apparently, giving your daughter a scalding bath in hot water doesn't make you a stellar parent. One Lincoln father found out this the hard way when he lost his parental rights after giving his daughter a bath in scalding water, causing her skin to fall off. 21-year-old Reed Alden was found not guilty of child abuse in August for the incident because he claimed it was pure accident, as it was his first time giving her a bath without his wife present. However, the judge examined evidence the jury was unable to, which led him to the ultimate decision of stripping these parental rights away.
Nebraska prisoners are in need of employees, and yet they can't seem to keep the employees they have employed. Nebraska officials say they are working to hire enough guards to staff the state's prisons, but it remains difficult to keep workers because of low staffing levels and excessive overtime. Dawn Smith with the State Department of Correctional Services says the state's low unemployment and strong economy makes it hard to keep workers. Mike Marvin with the Nebraska Public Employees Union says he doesn't think staffing levels are adequate at the state's biggest prisons.
The Nebraska Education Department is seeking sponsors for its summer food service program. The program provides meals and snacks to children at schools, churches, playgrounds, and parks during the summer and other school breaks. It was created to ensure children in low-income areas can get meals when they don't have access to school lunches or breakfast. Eligible sponsors include public or nonprofit private schools, residential camps, and local municipal, county, or state government sites.
As Nebraska gears up for the 2 feet of snow expected the next couple of days, the state legislature has already canceled all of its hearings for tomorrow. Activities that were scheduled will now take place on February 9th instead. However, the legislature will reconvene for regular business on Wednesday at 10 a.m. Plow plans have also been in the works ever since the snowstorm first struck the radar. Pre-treating of the streets began on Sunday to prepare the roads for travel. It's going to be a big one, ladies and gentlemen.
So Clayton, how did Doane shape up for January?
Aspen, let me tell you, Doane took a victory while cheer and basketball took a loss, but track is running on top as usual. I'll have these sports stories when Doane Weekly continues. After dancing the night away, the Doane women won over Concordia in a close match. The Tigers beat the Bulldogs dance team narrowly with 2 key categories, technical skills and execution. The choreography and jazz technique were strong against the other team, and hopefully it will hold out for the duel against Hastings this Wednesday. Doane's cheer team took a duel against Midland last Tuesday. The group lost, however. They scored well in jumps, stunts, and basket toss. The team heads to GPAC Championship next week, hoping to strengthen up some of their weaknesses by then. Junior Rachel Bromhall takes the week's GPAC Track Athlete of the Week. Bromhall is a hurdler, sprinter, and runs on the constantly record-breaking relay team for the Tigers. At her last meet, she won the indoor 60-meter dash for hurdles, placing her as the fastest runner in the GPAC. Watch for Bromhall at the next home meet this Saturday. Both men and women are in the top 5 in the nation for track and field. The men sit in the second place spot, following Indiana Tech closely, but leading the third place team by a large margin. Women are placed third and following Indiana Tech and Siena Heights, but the women are close to the second placers. The Tigers have one more regular season meet before GPAC for the indoor season. Both Doane basketball teams took a rough end to January. Both teams lost to Dakota Wesleyan, making it the 16th loss for the men's team overall and the 11th for the women's. The women are still leading with 13 points and hope to keep up their season when they face Hastings College on Wednesday. So tell me, Anna, do you think celebrities hope for snow days when they are on set too?
You know, I bet some of them do, especially Taylor Swift right now. I'll tell you why when DCTV returns. Hollywood writers don't need original content anymore when they have celebrities just creating it for them. In the best ironic "get back at my ex" tweet ever that will probably hit the big screens in the next year, Harry Styles tweeted former sweetheart Taylor Swift's lyrics without attribution or context. Okay, well, the context is obvious. Styles turned 22 today, and, well, he's feeling 22. But the internet is beyond excited. Gifs galore about how epic this tweet is. Never mind the couple broke up over nearly 4 years ago, and there was probably nothing charged behind it, but still, good for you, Harry. Stick it to the woman. Trusted friend, romantic lover, none of these at all? Those are the current questions the judges are asking while investigating the ever-going sexual assault cases involved with Bill Cosby. Cosby claims the first woman who brought the case up was a close friend, a romantic lover. However, she says he was just a trusted mentor and friend. The court has a lot to discuss in the upcoming trial this week. The Academy Awards will be missing out to some huge talent this year, and it is all its fault. Many people of color are choosing to boycott the awards and go to the NAACP Image Awards instead. Will Smith, the actor up for Outstanding Actor in a Motion Picture, will be taking his absence to go to the Civil Rights Group Awards instead of the traditional awards. Other than Smith, Abraham Attah, Chiwetel Ejiofor, and Michael Jordan have said they will be attending the alternative event as well. Don't worry, basic white girls aren't going anywhere. Recent trends show that despite the bad name and almost style of look UGG boots have gotten in the past, the popular fuzzy boot is back and here to stay. Uggs, invented in 1978 by Australians, found true fame in 2000 when Oprah endorsed it as one of her favorite things. Overall, the boot won't go anyway because people generally like their feet feeling warm and fuzzy. Who cares if the name Uggs helps them be coined ugly? Just ask the creator of Crocs. Practicality never fails when it comes to your feet. So, you want to know what grinds my gears? Well, it's like 11 inches of snow tomorrow or something, and my professor hasn't canceled my 8:30 class, so I have to wake up at 6, and then he'll probably cancel at like 7, and I'll be like, crap, why didn't I stay in bed? So, what grinds your gears, Aspen?
Well, Anna, snow also grinds my gears because I was promised 20 inches of snow today, and I was not expecting there to be no snow today. So, weathermen grind my gears.
Well, Aspen, you know what grinds my gears is the fact that Doane basketball lost another close match only by 2 points after missing 2 tip-ins at the last 2 seconds, and the fact that it's not Royals baseball season right now. Anthony, what grinds your gears?
You know, I was going to say something different, but you know what really grinds my gears?
What?
When people blame weathermen for forecasting. They just guess what the weather's going to be based off of models, computer models that do it for them.
Really?
So, weathermen are not at fault.
Wow, Anthony. Chill, dude. All right.
And that'll end it here for us at DCTV. My name's Anthony Anderson.
And I'm Aspen Green. Tune in next week for your favorite weekly newscast.
Take care.
Anthony, you need some